What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, over the last few days and over the last few weeks, really, you guys know how much I've been talking about the fact that I'm starting to look for these different altcoins because I do believe that we're finally in a spot in which the liquidity cycle has just begun again for the world of crypto. I say, look, listen, where we are right now, yes, we might see stabilization, we might see consolidation, or we might even really see a pullback in crypto, possibly even throughout the summer. But I do believe now is the time to start looking for the different altcoins that we want to add to, because at any given point, once Bitcoin really starts making its move after this halving, we genuinely could see the markets really take off, leaving many people who didn't buy in the dust. And so because of that, we've been on the lookout for different types of altcoins and plays and narratives and niches that we can invest into. And I wanted to talk about one today that I think it's finally time to tap back into. I'm going to show you exactly what's been going on. Then I'll give you two strong examples of cryptos that I'm looking at within this type of ecosystem. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is the crypto gaming ecosystem. Now, as you can see here on CoinMarketCap, the top gaming tokens by market cap, we've actually been seeing a pretty strong increase recently. Market cap over 2.5%, trading volume up over 15%, and a lot of your major ones are doing pretty damn well. I mean, you look at something like Immutable X up 27% in the last 7 days, Floki up 43%, Gala up 23%, Axie Infinity shaking back at 15%, The Sandbox 15%, Ronin 9%, Decentraland 15%, ApeCoin 11%. So a pretty strong recovery and a strong rally here for most of your gaming cryptos. I mean, look at this last 7 days for it. I mean, pretty damn good. Only one outlier here, that's Echelon Prime. But outside of that, I mean, very, very, very strong gains. Even as, especially as you go a little bit lower, we got Pixels up. We got Yield Guild Games up. I hate saying that. Yield Guild Games doing well. So overall, very strong. And so because of that, of course, it does start to show me that, okay, if the crypto gaming sector is doing good now, when we're realistically not even close to a time in the market in which it's time for altcoins and microcaps to start to rally, just how well can this thing do once we do enter back into that altcoin season and once it is time for the gaming market to go? And so because of that, again, we are paying close attention to it. Now, I'm going to give you two examples today of cryptos within this sector that I am personally buying. The first one is one that's actually launching really soon here that does have a lot going for it, and it's just a good example of what I look for, and so I wanted to use them. And then the second one that I have is one that's been around for a lot longer that we've been talking about for a while on the channel, but you'll get an understanding of why I think it's important going forward if we're going to see the crypto gaming market doing well. Now, the first one that we're going to talk about today, let me get this pulled up here. The first one we're going to talk about today is Xverse. Now, what you can see here is that Xverse is a free-to-play FPS shooter where players will take part in PvPs, raids, and more. They say that Xverse was designed from the ground up by a team with major experience in the gaming industry with a heavy focus on competitive mechanics. Now, there are, of course, going to be different planets on this thing. You can go in, you can play, you can connect, you can join communities, you can create different things. As you can see here, the goal is to become the main metaverse of the Web3 space where players from all walks of life can let their imagination run free. Players' created worlds and spaces will be their end goal. So you'll be able to go in and just build and make and interact and do all of these different things, and all of that is cool. But what's really exciting for me and what's really important in my opinion is the fact that they're not even live yet, but they have already so much available. I mean, screenshot after screenshot after screenshot, video after video, just showing all of the things that they've done. They've partnered up with some of the biggest names in the space, from KuCoin Labs to Poker Bridge Ventures and much more. And a lot of that is a reason why they've been able to make so much progress at this point. Now, going forward, you can see that they've already developed basically the foundation for the entire ecosystem and the entire game, and they put everything on the table for exactly what they're trying to do. And what I've come to realize within the world of Web3 gaming is that's actually uncommon, and it's super aggravating, right? What we see a lot of the times is companies say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, or we have this idea or that idea, but they never actually build things out. They never actually make the foundation. They never make the systems. They never show exactly what is going to happen. And then even further than that, most of them never actually develop anything. They just say they're going to do this, say they're going to do that. They make their money, they disappear. Whereas what Xverse is doing is much more clearly actual development, actual movement, actual progress on creating this ecosystem and creating the economy, creating the tokens, creating the marketplace, the play to earn. All of these different things are going to be so important for them to grow. And so because of that, in my opinion, because they are still new, but they have already started to come out with so much, especially with all of the partners that they have, I do think that this could be one of those ones that does extremely well, and I can't wait, to see what happens of their token. Now, there will be two different tokens. There's going to be the EXVS, which is going to be the in-game currency. Then there's going to be EXVG, and that's the one I'm excited about, which is the ecosystem token of Xverse and can be earned by performing well in Xverse. They said that players are able to use the EXVG token to enter matches, purchase premium items, and much more. So this is the one that I personally will be investing into once we do start to see this thing go live, because again, it has an absolute ton of potential. Now, they do have a lot of important things coming up, so make sure that you do go over to their Twitter to go check them out. They have a lot of important dates, some things happening today, tomorrow, especially as they do prepare for TGE. So make sure that you do get ready for that one, and let's move on to the next one. Now, the next one we're going to be talking about is actually one that has a lot to do with Xverse, and that is going to be Seedify. Now, if you don't remember who Cify is a platform in which many of these different Web3 crypto gaming companies can go to launch their token. They're an incubator, they're a launchpad. They allow them to get the kickstart that they need to really make a lot of momentum. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it's because they have hosted and they have brought to the public some of the biggest cryptos, and especially within the Web3 gaming space, that we've realistically ever seen. Now, what's exciting about them, not only, of course, and the fact that they've been around for so damn long, is quite simply that they're still kicking and they're still doing well. They're pumping with the market up 127%, especially considering the fact that they've been around since 2021. They went through the entire last bear market from the beginning to the end, and that's so hard to do. And it was so difficult for most companies to make it out. And realistically, although yes, they are only at say $3 when they were once at $15, $16, that tells me that there is still opportunity for them to get back up to these levels and recover to these levels, especially as they do move forward. And so the fact that this is a company that has been around the block, has gotten that credibility because we know that they can make it through the worst bear market we've ever seen, knowing that they are still going to be able to move forward with their utility and moving quickly to be able to take advantage of many of these different narratives within one of the biggest narratives that we'll ever see, which is Web3 gaming. This is easily one of the type of cryptos that I'm personally looking for. Now, what kind of solidifies that or cements that for me is just how much they're doing at this point, right? What we can see here, let's actually go to their Twitter, and you can see their IDO calendar just for April alone was absolutely insane. I mean, Satoshi's seen Trex 20, Arcade Blast Off, Next Gen AI, and many more. Obviously, Xverse being one of the ones we talked about. So many more. Honestly insane. It's just the schedule that they've gotten, the business model, the fact that they're doubling down on their business. I love that. And I think if crypto Web3 gaming just does get as big as I think that it can get, Seedify is obviously one of the leading, people to be investing into within this sector. And overall, that is a part of the reason as to why I did want to use them as an example, because no, they're not a game per se, but they are a company that provides service to the gaming industry. They provide utility to the gaming industry, which is another approach that you can take if you do want to capitalize on the gaming industry. So overall, that's kind of my thoughts from the general crypto gaming market. And those are two beautiful examples of the types of cryptos I'm looking for, either games themselves that are doing extremely good at building out their ecosystem, or service providers and platforms that are helping bring utility and value to the world of Web3 games. So if you did enjoy today's quick little update and some examples on the world of Web3 gaming, please do let me know down in the comments below. What is your favorite Web3 game out there right now, or what is the one that you're looking the most forward to? I can't wait to hear it. So let me know down there what you think. And of course, I cannot wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.